Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Gracie Love. I am Gracie Love, and today we are making another one of my childhood favorites, pizza puffs. I absolutely love pizza puffs, and anybody that knows me knows how much I am always trying to get somebody to either send me some or bring me back some. Whatever it is I can do to get my hands on some pizza puffs. They used to have a spot out here called Glacier's, and it was a local supermarket where you could go and get things that you would typically find in Chicago, like JJ's chips or pizza puffs, or they had gyro kits, just all kinds of things that just remind me of my home. So today, like I said, we are going to be making pizza puffs. I'm going to show you how to make them right at home. So I'm going to use ground mild Italian sausage. You could use ground beef, you could use hot, you could use whatever type of ground meat that you want to use, okay? But I'm going to use the ground Italian sausage, and I got 2 packs of those because I'm going to make a couple pizza puffs. Now my pan is going to sizzle and heat up because it's already hot and ready to go. So we're going to just dump that in there if it wants to go in there. Here we go. Okay. Scoop that right in your pan. And remember, the ground meat has that packaging on there. If yours do, don't forget to pull that off, okay? So I'm gonna make sure I get mine off, and I'm gonna put my second one in there. Hopefully he'll be a little nicer than the first one. Okay, there we go. Got my paper off of there. Now with this, I just sprayed my pan. You can add a little bit of oil to yours. It is ground sausage, so it's not gonna make a lot of its own oil, which is fine. And you also don't need to heavy season this as much. So with mine, I'm just gonna add just a couple of seasonings. As always, some accent. That was a lot of accent. And then I've also been using some of this Goya. I got some of this Adobe one, all purpose, and it's been hitting, you guys. So if you want to spice things up with some seasoning, I definitely encourage you to try this right here. And then you can chop you up some onions. I'm trying to get rid of this, so I'm just going to use all of this minced onions right into there. Once my meat starts to brown up, we're going to just let it brown up. I'm going to add my garlic in now, but you could definitely add yours once the meat starts to brown up. So I'm going to add all of this in. This is about a table. Because I'm using so much meat, I'm going to use a table. And plus, I only had a little bit, so I'm just getting rid of mine, okay? So, got my seasonings in there nice. And again, just let that get nice and brown, golden brown and delicious. GDB, baby. And then, like I said, let this get nice and brown, and then we'll add in our sauce to that. I'm going to use a marinara sauce, a pasta sauce. You can use any type that you like. I just got some little Hanes, or Hunts. I said Hanes. Hunts. And we're going to just use that. But again, you can use any type of sauce that you would like. And we're going to add that once our meat gets brown, okay? All right, so our meat has cooked up nicely. So we're going to go ahead and add in our pasta sauce. And it smells so delicious, that Italian sausage right now. I'm also going to add in some mozzarella. We're going to add mozzarella again, but in chunks later on when we are building our pizza puff. So I'm just going to add some shredded mozzarella into there now with that pasta, with that meat. We're going to go ahead and give that a stir. Oh, that is so fantastic. And if you're like in a hurry or on a really, really fine budget, I would suggest trying the sloppy joe in a can. If you don't want to do the Italian sausage, like I said, you're on a really, really tight budget, go ahead and use some of that sloppy joe and add your seasonings to that. Add your cheese to that. You're not going to need to add any pasta sauce to that because it's already saucy, that sloppy joe mix. So you could go ahead and use that and just add your mozzarella cheese to that, and then cook that up as it suggests on the can, and then you can add it to your crust and build it like I'm doing. But again, you could use that sloppy joe mix if you like. So that cheese is getting melty in there, and I'm just gonna let that simmer right up. Look at that cheese already. Can you guys see that? And that's what I love. And I'm gonna turn it down a bit and just let that simmer. And while that is simmering, okay, slide that out the way, I'm gonna go ahead and unroll my pizza crust. Now this one already has a parchment paper on it, so you don't have to really worry about anything. If yours don't have a parchment paper, go ahead, just get you some aluminum foil, spread it out, put you a little bit of flour though, depending on what kind of dough you're going to use, so that way it doesn't stick. Now for this part, you can use a regular knife. I do have a pizza cutter in all of this mess in here because I just love using different things. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine for the size I want my pizza puff. So I'm going to cut it in half. If you don't have a pizza cutter, pizza roller, whatever, use a regular knife. And this thing, you got to really know how to use it anyway. You're going to cut it all up. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut into threes. Mine's going to be a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay. So once I got it cut, that's what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. All right. And then once our meat is done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build our pizza puffs. All right, so our meat is cooked to perfection. We got our dough all rolled out, and I got some cheese here. You can use cubed mozzarella. I'm using these little sharp cheddar ones that I'm going to break up and add to the filling. So go ahead and just add that meat filling right to your pizza dough or whatever dough you use. If you want to use like some croissant dough, I wanted to use the puff pastry dough just because that flakiness that you get from it, and you want to make sure your filling is as square as possible and giving you some space to be able to seal it. But I still love a fat pizza dough. A pizza puff. I still want all that meat filling to come out when I bite inside of it. But you want to be careful that it doesn't leak. So it's a very tricky game that you have to play when building such things. But we're going to get it right, baby. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Like I said, pizza puffs are some of my favorite childhood things. And just filling it up. And you just want to fill the bottom ones because you're going to take the top ones and fold them and put them on top of the bottom ones. So don't put filling on the top and the bottom. Just the bottom ones or just the top ones, but just either or, okay? And try to put that filling in a nice little square shape. So when you seal them, you get that right in that gooey center like that. So I'm trying to make some fat little square rectangles, whatever you want to call them. But making sure I leave enough space so when I seal them, it's not going to leak out too much. You're probably going to get a little leakage. That's okay, whatever. But you want to try to avoid it as much as possible. So that is a good, nice little way to fill it. Okay, that's what it should look like once you're done. All right. And then we're just going to take our top ones. And mine are going to be pretty big. And just pull it on over to the top. Oh, it's so sticky. And fold it right over the top. It's okay if you got a little excess dough. Don't worry about that. Do the same thing to this one. I'm going to just fold it right over. Okay. Oh, he just keeps jumping back up. That's so funny. Here we go. And last one. And I got my oil already heated up. I'm going to fry mine. You can definitely bake yours if you want to. If you're going to bake yours, make sure that you spread a little bit of oil on top of it. Okay? If you're going to bake yours. All right? I'm frying mine. So I'm going to seal my sides up. And I'll get rid of any little excess dough that I don't want. I just want to be careful because this dough is really soft. Okay. So now take a fork, okay? And then that's how you're gonna seal your sides, with a fork. And I've shown you guys this before when we've done the Pop-Tarts. Oh my God. When we've done the Pop-Tarts, when we've done other things, when we're filling stuff, you want to take your fork and press down. My dough is really soft. And that's just going to help try to prevent anything from leaking out, okay? And just do that all the way around on all of them. Oh, I poked him. Okay. All right. And just, oh, I forgot one thing, you guys. We got to open them back up. The cheese. We got to put the cheese in there. Again, you can use already cubed cheese. I'm just going to use these little sharp white cheddar pieces, but you can use mozzarella. Okay. Couple more. I love cheese. Okay. All right. Now, fold it over. All right. My sides are still sealed, and I haven't done that side yet, so that's okay. And I'm going to fold mine just a little bit because my dough is falling apart. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to just open these ones up as well and add some cheese to it. Again, make sure you do this step before you put the top layer on. But if you forget, that's okay. You can always pop it back open just like I did and add it in there. All right, a little bit more on this one. Okay, and fold him back over. Boom. Pop him open. And add my cheese in there. I love white sharp cheddar. If you've never tried it, try it. It's really good. I like to use it when I make my macaroni and I make my little bechamel sauce. I love using the sharp white cheddar, the Gouda. Okay, so let's finish sealing these babies off with our fork. Okay. Oh. Just be careful how soft you let your pizza crust get. This first one, he's gonna be a little funky, but that's okay. All right, now let's seal this next one. Same thing. Push that fork down. Push that fork down. It's not gonna be pretty, but we're frying them, so it's gonna be all right. Let's do it this way. It's so hard to be left-handed some days. All right. And we're almost done with this one. Ooh. All right. And that just looks like a whole mess. Cut him. There you go. There you go, my friend. All right, and then the last one. There we go, pushing it down as good as possible. Again, my dough is really soft, so that's also going to play into how it's sticking to your fork when you're trying to push it and seal it, but don't worry about it. Just get it the best you can. All right, we're gonna cut him a little bit more. All right, we're ready to put these babies in the fryer, okay? So let's see if I can pick him up. We're gonna put him right into the fryer. I can't, he's so soft. So don't let your dough get too soft. Oh, it's so stuck. All right, we're gonna toss them in there. Not so pretty, but here we go. Into my grease. That's one. And then these will probably, depending on the size of them, take you about 5 to 7 minutes, but when they get golden brown and they float up, that's how you're gonna know that they're done and that they're ready. Again, my dough is all sticky and stuff. That's okay. Get it on up the best you can. Okay, here we go. Second one in. There we go. That one. Okay. And now for the next one, we're gonna throw him right in there. And I'm using my wok too, so it depends too on what kind of pan you use, how many you're gonna be able to fry at a time. All right. Oh, it's so soft. Here we go. This is where you wish you were like an octo mom and you had like an extra hand that could like hold it. All right, we're gonna have to come back to that dude because he's like stuck on there. There we go. Like I said, not the prettiest, but don't let your dough get too soft. All right, so let's pick him on here now. Now we're gonna put this one in there. All right, guys, our pizza puffs have fried up nicely, and I'm ready to go ahead and try one of my childhood favorites. So let's get right into it. Again, it is nice and flaky. I used a puff pastry. Again, I would suggest using a pizza dough instead if you're gonna fry it. It just holds a little bit better, and don't let it get too soft, okay? Let's jump in with that being said. Oh, but it is so flaky because that puff pastry is just stupid. Oh, man. Oh, that looks like childhood. It still has the filling inside. It didn't fall out. Can you guys see? Mmm. Mmm. That's good. That is flaky. Just like I remember. Oh my goodness. That is so amazing, and it's still hot. Still hot and fresh out that grease, baby. Homemade pizza puffs, you guys. I can't believe it. Now I don't have to bug you guys to bring me some back or to send me some. I got it right here at home. Another delicious episode of Cooking with Gracie Love. Pizza puffs. Make sure you guys get your copy of Quick Fix Meals on Amazon, and also check out the new song Take Me Away featuring Red Vegas. Thank you guys so much. Until next time.